Well, today is Saturday, April 29th. Moving along at record pace, just about to hit 4,000 acres. I've been having a little trouble with, the computers on the planter kicking off. It says high case drain pressure, so I'm going to try cutting some flow down on some hydraulics. I don't know if that's it. The only way to get it reset is shut the tractor off, let everything shut down, both the monitors, and then fire it back up and everything works. So we'll try some flow, see what that does to it. But a little chance of rain today. Not much, maybe it'll come just a little shower, maybe it won't even rain, but have a good time this year, flying right through it. Things are going pretty smooth. I remember last spring how I had so much trouble with the track breaking off, tracks catching on fire, had to back it in the pond. Wasn't a great spring. So far this has been a great spring. Well, I've had this remote here on 65%. These two are on 60. I'm going to try moving everything down about 65% or 55% and see if that gets rid of some of the back pressure, and maybe that will help. I don't know. All right, finished the 260 some acre field, whatever it was. Now I'm moving down to the lowest spot we farm and the farthest south. About ready to drop down into here. The White River will back up into here, so some of this is still wet, so I'm not gonna get it all planted, but I'm gonna plant what I can. This is a culvert we put in a few years ago on a video. Maybe it was last year, maybe it's 2 years ago. Yeah, I want to show you something kind of neat, how this technology on these planters has got some good. I got one that says there's a flight missing on the belt. It's planting a little bit thicker. I'm going to take it apart, and I'm sure there'll be a belt flight off there. Part, you see the belt here. Seeds are injected into here. This electric motor turns this, takes a seed down to the ground one at a time. Right there. See it right there? One flight missing. That is pretty sharp. Let it know what's going on. So, George went after one because we didn't have one with us. So we'll replace that, and that'll fix this problem. It says it's not raining, but it looks like it's raining. I don't know if it rained out or not. We have to at least stop for a little bit. Okay, I'm going down on the field we call Anthus Dallas. The boys own half of it, and the Anthus family owns the other half, the other end of it. Nice field. Look at this. Talk about some of God's beauty. Going down along the Wabash River here in Indiana. Up there a long ways off of it. This is high bottoms. Man, we are on the river road. And we are right on the edge. One thing I like about farming, man, you get to get out here and you get to see a lot of pretty scenery all the time. Look at that. Don't get much better than that. Ooh-wee. Even the dirty old Wabash don't look dirty today. Look at this field here where the sulphurs ran one pass. Isn't that pretty? That was bean stubble. Man, that's worked up nice. Really nice. You like that tool. Well, I folded up, got out of that field, it's on the ground because I filled up with seed because I was pretty much out. Fill up with fuel, sun's out. I think I'll be able to get back going here for long. Jay out there spraying away. It didn't even rain up here. Unhooked my trailer and got the fuel tank out of my truck, threw it in the shed. Sun's out. Run out the gas station, get a snack. I think I'll be dry by the time I get back. If it's not, I'm moving up this way. Ah, yeah. It's go time again. Wake up. Treat beans. We treat our main numbers up to a hopper in the back of the farm, but we didn't have enough room in it for all of them, so we're gonna put 3 boxes straight in this tender. Ran down the H&R, get apart, closing disc. Had 1 row. It was fine. I mean, it was doable. It just wasn't quite closing right. Tell something was off. Anyways, that arm where the closing disc on is a little bent. Could be the disc itself, but decided to go ahead and run down there and get that. Not sure what I hit. Did go through a lot of concrete the other day, so I don't know how bad it's, or how long it's been bad, but noticed it, getting it fixed. On the way back, looking dark. Well, it's sprinkling just a little bit. Looks like it's been sprinkling for a little while. But up by the shed, looks like it might have missed there. I mean, it sprinkled a little bit, but it was drier there anyway, so I hop out and get that fixed after it quits raining here, and then maybe try up there. Old one off, new one on. Didn't rain much, and I think it's going to be dry enough to plant here in a couple hours, but it didn't rain as much this time or last time at the other spot, so I think I'm going to go up there first. Be silly to sit here and wait. Well, we got an irrigation down here on the river, big one. It's always been hydraulic. We had Matt Richardville and his crew, Liliana Irrigation, change it over to electric. Put a generator out here on the motor. Man, this thing moves so much faster now. It's so big, you really had to run it slow. Changed my mind. I went over to a no-till, very sandy spot. Over there is where I was. I think by the time I get this little bitty field done, it'll be in good shape over there. Yep, all dried off. Hopefully the rain just stay away. Well, it's raining right over there. Looks like somebody sneezed on the radar, so probably get rained out again. Here we go again. It drops. Let's try and get to the end here. Oh, we got blue skies right there, but still raining. I'm giving up on this place. Threatened to leave like 3 times. I'm finally leaving. I'm gonna go try the other spot, see if it's dry. If it's not, I'm going home. Looking dry up this way. Oh yeah. Dry up here. Drying up here. I think I'm gonna put it in 1/4 inch deeper. Plant next to where the irrigation, so we got a spot for it to land. Well, this field is dry. This is one wet, mucky field. Not very good, but the years that it is good, you gotta plant when it's really dry, which it is right now, and it needs several days without a big rain. So at least have one. I think the forecast looks like it's not, I think we've been missing this spot. I think we might be okay for a little while, so this field might have a chance. It'd be better than usual. Long way to go, but if it gets a good stand on the first round, it's better than average, we'll say that. Raises really good beans though. It's all tiled, that's not the problem. It's a zip soil, so thick. Might need to be thicker, I guess, but yeah, I think Dad laid this tile all by himself, this 160 acre field, I believe. Everybody else was busy. Well, everything's been going awfully good, and all I can say is shit happens. It don't look so good right now. I felt that planter jerk, and I think what happened, this latch had come unhooked right here, it holds that in place, that cylinder. So this is what's pulling. This is not pulling. When that come unlatched, it made that pull, and when it jerked, it popped it. And when I tried to get it straight a little bit, it popped clear off. Oh boy, I don't think the tube's bent at all. It's just broke off right here. Has that got an inside piece too, maybe? Let's see. Yes, it does. It's dualed here. It's up there. We're going to get track hold, get the wheels turned right, get the hydraulics down. To get this back down where we want it, unhook this from the tractor, get it right, get this up here and weld it back together. I think we'll be good, but it's going to be a day or day and a half job. It's Sunday afternoon. Things have really been going smooth. If it was late May, I would be really upset right now, but it's not. This ain't the first time we've had something crazy happen. So, a couple days or 100 years, nobody will know the difference. Last Pro Box going in. These hold either 50 or 40 handbags, depends how big the seat is. But this is the last one of these for yellow corn. We'll be finished up with handbags after this. So my truck's down at the other field, so I can't get hooked up to my seed tender. So luckily I got my seed chute here. Split one box into two hoppers, so we'll get as close as we can. Well, I got to the shed this morning getting ready to put some handbags in to the last bit of yellow corn. I was going to throw it some in the hopper, and then I was going to throw some on the platform because, like, I'm going to go back to that field we got rained out on yesterday. It's like 5 miles, something like that. I'm not for sure. But we got an oil leak. Top of a valve body back here. Looks like where the solenoid goes in. Hopefully it's just a O-ring or something. Big old hydraulic valve body back here. Got a bunch of solenoids. Tells it what to release where. Hydraulics is pretty amazing really on these things. Yeah, that was definitely the problem. Took the solenoid out, O-ring busted. Went down, got a new one from H&R. Put her back on, then we'll load the bags and go plant some corn. Got her loaded up with not quite enough to do it. And I got 8 extra bags here. Time to go get something done. Kind of glad I got today and tomorrow left, so maybe I missed out on that other planter fix. Happy May Day. Always like coming to work when it's planting season, but not today. Returning back to the scene of the broken planter. Just going to have to buckle up. Figure this is going to be probably a 2-day job getting everything straightened out. See how it goes. Got lots of equipment coming. Got our excavator coming and our backhoe. Got welders, blocks, chains coming along, all that stuff. And I got River with me. And I'm going to see what his first impression is of the planter side.
Not good. That is not good. I wasn't expecting that. Oh my God.
No, it's not good. It is not good. You are exactly right. Oh, gonna be one of them days. But we will get her fixed, I think. If we don't, we'll bring the track hole to help pick up the end, get the wheels right, let it down on the ground, get the tongue down. That's the first order of business, getting the wheels set right, putting it back in plant mode, getting the planter on the ground so the tongue falls down. Then we'll get the tractor unhooked, get things lined up, try to get the beam pulled out, weld it together, and go on our merry way. And if we can't do that, since we got the track hole, we'll dig a big old hole and we'll bury it. What do you think?
Definitely easier said than done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is for sure.
Getting the wheels spun around right. Got the chains hooked up to the tires, trying to get the tires straight. Using a couple chains, skid steer. Right there where it's hooked up to the planter, once we get those tires straight, good chance that's gonna fly off, so gotta make sure we're careful. Hooked up to the tractor. See where we try to use the truck. Couple marks in the ground. Truck's over on the other side. Tried that. Trying this now, see if this will work any better. But that's where we are right now. We got to move it a little bit, but obviously not quite enough. You having fun yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Garrett's gets to. Yeah, they're moving a little bit.
Okay, we got the first major step done. Got the wheels lined up so we can get in plant position to let the planter down and get this tongue back down. We got it down. Now we got to get this piece slid out of here, out in here. And we may have to rehook the tractor so we can pull straight forward to get the right length, or just unhook it. I don't know, but we gotta get the beam out of there first, so that's our next step.
Jay bringing in the Traco for the beam planter job. Got the bar out, trying to get it lined up. Jay's here, excavator. So, getting progress, but still trying to figure it out. It's gonna be hard to get that lined up and everything, so. It was pulling the whole planter, so we put blocks down there to stop it, so yeah. Making progress. Getting her lined up. Hopefully Jay don't mess anything up. Run the excavator.
Well, I didn't get started till noon. But I am rolling now. Last field for yellow, except for 2 low spots in that field. I'm gonna hopefully be able to get them in another week or so. I'll get them eventually, I think. If not, plant beans. So I'm gonna call this it for yellow, even though I got, I don't know what's over there, 20, 30 acres total, maybe.
Well, we've made a lot of progress. Got it down to where we're halfway close. River's grinding the edges. Try to find a big C-clamp to get around this, to pull this out the pry bar just right instead of moving this. I think we're looking pretty good. Got the track hole to hold it down. Looks like it's about level. Have to jack up the other one a little bit. Try to get her slid on there. Go from there. Come a long way since this morning though. Hardest part is getting them wheels turned around so my head's backwards. Down on the ground now. We had to block the track to keep from pulling it forward as we pulled the tractor forward. Had to unhook the tractor, get it straight. Straighten back up now. A lot of hard work. That's the way it is.
That's it. Yellow corn is planted. I'll head up, clean this thing out, start planting white corn.
Now we're getting closer. We're welding the hook on top of the beam now to come along on to suck it up against there. Real close. Just got to have it pulled up more. Dave Littleton down here, best welder in St. Francisville. He's Gordy's brother. He is welding it up for us. We've got everything lined up and he got here. He's welding it now. Hopefully we got this situation, a couple hours, gonna be fixed. So here we are. There's old Dave. Yep. Hey, you're on video now, buddy. No more progress. Welds all started good, all about to get the first pass done. Got everything off that was actually holding it. Got the backhoe off. Jay's took off in the track hole. Going down to the bottoms to clean out a beaver dam that Newton's told us about. Get that out of here. Got all the jacks and boomers and all that stuff off of it, so we're feeling good. It's 5 o'clock. We ought to be done here by 6 to 7, I'd say. That would be fantastic. Now we're putting the finishing touches on the welding. We got it pulled out now, like we're folding it up so we can get the top. I've welded all my life, but I guy that welds for a living knows more about it than I do. What this needs to hold it, what rod on top, what on bottom. I'm glad I got old Dave to come out here now. I'm pretty confident this will be a fix, so I'll never have to worry about it again. So as soon as he gets the top welded, we'll check, make sure we need to grind anything. Very little. Beautiful job. Then we'll be able to fold her up, fold her out, see if she works.
Clean out the 2 hoppers and then all 24 rows. First thing, I'll empty out all the hoppers. To a bag. Just got those like 20 acres, 30 acres, whatever it is there. Down the bottoms there. Real low bottoms. We'll throw this back in the hopper. I'm gonna go back for that. I'm gonna vacuum out the last little bit left in there, not much.
.30, I think we got over here, probably started about 8. I think we're done. It's all welded up, ground down. Good to go. I think it's all because this cylinder come unlatched here on this pin. Caused the whole problem. What do you think, welder man?
Like I brought home.
Yep, it is working. Big job to fix it. I feel good now. Just gotta make sure that latches don't pop out of there sometime. Don't know how that happened. But anyway, going good now. All fixed. Gonna plant. Got some beans in. Plant and then I'll leave. Finish it tomorrow. Got one more day here in Indiana. What a good feeling. Good feeling.
Got my hopper all planted out. So first 2 boxes down. Gonna go load up with the other 2 and then take the seed tender home. I should be done with it after I fill up this time. Then I'll just plant that out tomorrow. I think I'll throw in like 15 to 16 handbags. That'll be it for core plant if you ask me. Then I'll go back down and check those 2 super low holes. Probably won't do them tomorrow, but I bet I can get them by Friday. And then really be done officially.
Yesterday was the day we fixed the planter. Everything's going good today. This latch right here's latched like it should be. That's definitely the what started the problem when that some way got unlatched. Anyway, going good down here at the bottoms in Indiana. Going to get done in Indiana today. Easy, then move back home, do about 490 acres, something, be all done. But I gotta move way over there or go way over there. You can't even see it, I know. My pickup's over about a mile, maybe, across the field with my seed. So I'm gonna get on my Hemingway bike. I'm gonna take out across the field because it's got the big tires. Turn on the electric. Power on. Yep, and away we go. A little rough across the field, but what do you expect? Well, I think I'll go back to hold on with two hands. This is ground that was worked in the fall and not worked in the spring, so it is a little rough. Well, turned in the field here, got ready to fill my planter, and Hemi's gone. I didn't have the strap on it, just a little hook. I thought I could make it that far, but I turned the corner and here's Hemi laying on the road. Hemi, you okay? I think he looks good. He's tough. Let's see. Of course it's good. Hemi's tough. Good. A little rough out in the dirt, but you know. Good shape. Put her back on the tractor. Don't think I'll haul it anymore without putting my little strap on. Yep, back on the tractor. I had this hooked on the wagon, but I didn't have this strap on, pulled up tight here. So, she's good to go again. Now I'm going to fill up. I know a lot of you out here has probably already got these kind of tenders with these remote controls. This big old dude, this 500 bushel wagon, is a great outfit. It's the first one I've had with the hand controls, the electronic hand control. Right here. But it works extremely good. It tells me how much weight I got left in the wagon. So I know I won't get full this time. So I can put about half in each hopper. Worst part, I think I'm going to be about 50 units or so short getting done in Indiana. I'm going to have to go back and get some more of another beam. This thing's got such a long, big belt. Man, it's nice. I got 3,500 pounds, a little bit over. I'll put about half of that in each hopper, 1,750 or so. Start her up right here with the hand control. Open the gate with the hand control. And away she goes. Isn't that nice? Yeah, something I haven't mentioned, I don't think, for quite a while is my Martin truck body, which I like so much. I think this thing's great. Place for my ball, the hitch there, your boxes, your shelves over here for your boats and all your supplies. On the other side, for the ones of you who haven't seen this before, you got an actual tool bin here, tool chest built into the truck body. So you got all your sockets, end wrenches, metric sockets. It's just a wonderful outfit. Now I'm going to tell you, if you want one of these, I can tell you, if you want to leave a note or something, where to get it at. A really good dealer. It's KGM equipment, west of Springfield, Illinois, a little bit. Just Google it, KGM equipment. You can't find better, nicer people to work with. So if you're interested in a truck bed like that, I'd give them a call, because I like working with nice people that tell you the truth and get the job done. you better order it in advance. I got a neighbor that wanted one. He ordered one, I think, a month or two ago, maybe. Going to get it in December, I believe. I'm not sure. But they are in high demand, and I guess some aluminum is still short. So if you want one, be thinking ahead quite a ways and get it ordered. If you're going to put it on a new truck, when you're thinking about ordering your truck, you better have your bed ordered, or you're going to be waiting on a little while.
Getting out to try and fix things while I'm here. This ditch should not have this much water in it. We got tile draining into it. We don't want it this high. Also gonna light some bean stub on fire, so help water get out here and less trash. Definitely held up here. I dug, when I planted this the other day, I dug that off some. I'm gonna dig it off a little more. Get a backhoe here. I don't know it's fixed, but it's at least draining more than it was. Looks like the fire took off. Down to the last field. The speed tiller worked this just one pass. A few weeds left. We'll get them when we spray. Alfred didn't touch this one. Folding up. About a seed, and that irrigation rig right there is out of oil. So we'll get some hydraulic oil. Come back down here. Put it in that irrigation. Then it should run. I think that's all it is. Just too low. Before I go put the hydraulic oil in, I gotta get somebody to ride.
I could take my bike, but it's a long ways. All gravel too.
Yeah, not very good bike.
Dirty.
Yeah.
I rode about a mile across the field a while ago.
How'd that go?
Good. Pretty rough across there, but a lot better than hiking it at the Tucker Walk.
How's the planer doing?
Planer's doing great. Something happened to the planer?
I heard. I've seen pictures. I don't know.
Somebody said they thought they saw a boom truck back there. Heck, that was the planter tongue over here.
Filled up. She's moving. Not a corn. Not much left. About 10 acres. Well, there's a little bit in there, so I'm going to put two bags in for now. See how that goes. Nice to have a place to carry them. Don't need a truck down here. Somebody to help you. Coming down the home stretch here. I'll get right to the end. Right there. Control spill be over. Well, that's that for now. All right, on to the next thing. that'll probably be it for the day for me. I might go drone dad. It's really windy, but I was able to drone myself so I can drone him. Still planting.
Well, done it in Indiana. On my way home, across the Wabash River. Pretty sight. Old railroad bridge over there. Always glad to go over to Indiana, and I'm always glad to come back. 2 more days in Illinois, except for the place we call the swamp. Reese got corn done, we will have beans done.
It's one of the best days of the year. I'm done planting, just driving around, seeing how it looks where it's up. So far it's looking good. David's actually in this field. You can see he's already been here. He is side dressing. Put nutrients in right here. These roots will grow over, get it and take it up. Mostly nitrogen, some sulfur, some boron, some zinc, I think, some main things. We will start this as soon as we can see it. As soon as we can row this, we'll start side dressing for 2 reasons. 1, we knock less down, and 2 is so we don't get behind, because you never know, it can turn rainy anytime. But got a lot of stuff up, a lot of stuff just about ready to come up. It's supposed to start warming up today, and even a chance for rain this weekend, warmer, so shot in the arm it needs. David just getting done getting filled up. We're gonna take this truck down to Allendale and fill it. How's the new rig? How's the new rig treating you?
Oh, it's operating. It's working.
That's what we like.
Everything's working good. So far, so good.
This is empty, he's loaded. We're gonna head down to Allendale where they got a 1,000,000 gallon tank, nitrogen. And they got this really cool new system for getting loaded up. Enter a ticket number on this outside box. Doors open up, in we go. Hose is hooked up, our valve's open. I go in here, do something. Tell you what, this is neat. Tuck in my ticket number, how many gallons of each thing's gonna be going where. This is nice. Steve came out and supervised. I'm getting you on there. Came out, hit the start button, everything fires up whenever you need it. All mixes together right there out of the tanks. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Well, that's that. That was surprisingly easy. Open one valve, hook up a hose, press some buttons, and wait. Don't have to mix or anything yourself. That is the way to go. There he is waiting on me. Some guys here, I think, from like Michelin Tracks. I don't know. They're shooting something. Something about the tracks. They bought out somebody or something. Have to ask David. He needs to get on here. Loading. Gotta head over that way about half mile to get my truck. No, I don't have an electric bike, but I guess I do have 2 feet. Oh, look at all the little beans coming through. I don't know when this is planted. Sometime mid to early April. Feeding. Time has come. We're going to prepare the most important seedbed there is. The sweet corn patch. Load number 3, first one without any supervision. Here goes nothing. Got my valve open. That's all I gotta do is hook up the hose, valve open, punch in my stuff up there. Come here and hit start. It puts the ATS in first. They'll write you up some instinct to go in with the 32%, then puts the boron in and the zinc, then it puts 32 in, all mixed up. Some of those are ATS, that's Trident G, then they got the totes of the micros and the instinct. And out here, that's a 1,000,000 gallon tank of 32%, so that'll do a few acres. Well, bags definitely aren't near as heavy. Slightly different monitor. We're doing it. Let's keep going. George on the way back from Hudsonville. Made it to the back, working up town line. Official last day of corn planting day. I'm gonna go back, try and get those 20 acres. Dad might get done with beans today as well. He's coming right now. I'm up top here. Got some 3-1s that we're wanting to plant where he's going. Load it into his hopper or into his seed tender. Yep. All right, loaded up. Gonna take this little ditcher, even though we have a massive Crary ditcher in the shed, but the tractor that run that one's in Indiana. I need to get this over to Indiana. I can haul this. I'm just gonna use this one. I don't know. Back to loading bags again. Since we're dealing with bottom ground, I don't know how much of it will be dry, how much of it be too wet. This is ground you plant and you're like, well, maybe it lives, maybe it doesn't. So I don't know how many acres I'm going to be planting. So I put 10 boxes split between these two in here, ready to go. I think we'll at least use that much. And then I got 12 bags stacked on my platform back here in case we need that much. I don't think we will, but I think that should be enough to do all of it down there. And I think it'll ride. I wish this was just a little closer right here so bags couldn't slide through there, or maybe I should make a backstop, but I don't know, I wedged two in that way. I haven't lost any before, but as the kids say, that definitely looks a little sus. I'm gonna plant what I can of this. There's a chance of rain tomorrow, so this probably is about as dry as it'll get. Besides, there's a good chance the river will back up and get it anyway, so. After this, we will officially be done. We were done, then we will be officially done. We're back, and it does look drier. We are gonna get some more planted. Definitely a low spot. White River's just right over there. This that never dries up completely. Well, we made it, and all the bags made it. All right. That is it. And that is one less thing to worry about. There's Jay spraying behind me.
I'm getting ready to go to the field for the last time, May 5th. Corn's planted 2 days ago, I guess, day before yesterday, and I like 65 acres today in the wettest ground we farm, and it's ready to go. And it's just kind of amazing the spring we've had. Now all we need is some timely rains, have a heck of a crop. You always got to be optimistic. If you're not an optimistic farmer, you ought to be doing something else. Anyway, I think the first day I went to the field was April 11th to plant. And I guess that day that it would be the last day of May or first day of June when I finished. And boy, that's not true. We can always have deluges and lots of rain and have to plant some over, but right now everything's looking good, so I'm heading out for the last time for 23 to plant. Still slinging. First day of planting over here in Indiana. It's making its way up. Can't remember what the date was. Well, there it is, done for the year. I want to go over a few things that I've learned this year for sure. One big thing, my Hemingway bike, I will never plant without it again. Just too handy to move around a little ways. I think the furthest I went was 5 miles on it one day. I got almost 60 miles on it now. So you can see I got a little bit of use out of it. Another thing I learned this year is to watch this latch. If you're in a field too long, too big a field, make sure that stays latched. That's the only reason this beam in here broke. I'm just sure that was unlatched quite a while and turned. It was pulling on it. Biggest thing of the year is probably take off them crazy steerable cylinders you have to keep calibrated and can't keep your butt row right, and put on the turnbuckles. Unless you got a 90-foot planter, and then I guess you're up the creek there. You're gonna have to have it. But that's a big improvement. After last year, I didn't know if I'd ever want Tracs again if I bought a new one. Now I definitely will. I have no trouble with them now. That keeping them towed in right was a big problem. If you didn't calibrate it all the time, be towed wrong. Next thing is, Case provided us. This stuff is so dirty, it's kind of hard to see. These closing disc deals with the bearings. These here, these back ones, they have ran 2 years. So they've ran about 11,500 acres or so, close to 12. And they have very little play. They have some, not much. The front set's just been ran 1 year, no play. Big improvement there. That solved the problem with the pins coming out and all that and going to bolts. So they got that problem fixed. Another thing is the 48th row. That's kind of a no-brainer. They're making that as an option now. Why not have the 48th row on here? Unless, of course, you got the markers, then that might be a different deal because it hooks on here with the marker bracket. But nowadays, somebody buys this big a planter, is probably not going to buy markers, but maybe they will too. I guess another thing is on your seed tubes here. These seed tubes, when you start getting one saying it's got pulling a little too much voltage, it could be the drive gear screws getting loose. But in the one I kept having that say that, it was the bearing was starting to go out of that drive gear. I learned when that starts saying that you might as well figure that there is a problem coming there, and you might as well get it replaced. I think that's pretty well it for different things I learned this year. I did make the comment when we put in these bolts up front here on these tires to put them in the right way so they never did hit here. I did not think these wheels ever got flopped over. But after paying more attention, they do. So there's no right and wrong way. If I put in more new ones and they're just a little bit too long, I'm going to grind the end off so they don't hit this. And then that'll solve that breaking that end problem. You need to check these bushing bolts here once in a while, not too often. But that's something that can get loose and give you a problem, that double bushing. So I guess that's about it. But all in all, it's been an easy year. Dry weather, not much trouble with anything. Compared to last year, I had all kinds of headaches. Only big thing I had this year was that beam breaking. And that was my own fault because it got unlatched. I do hope that next year the 1200 monitor will work on this planter. I seriously have my doubts because I don't think it's a big priority, but maybe they'll get it. That's I guess that's the main thing I'd like to have fixed is 1200 monitor work. Gonna run this planter for the 4th year next year, and then that will be the end of it. And one more thing I guess I learned, which we went over this before, these here wear where this pin goes through, lets this come out a little bit, and then lets that bolt in the side there back out, and then you'll lose this. So we put all new of these pieces in, plus 2 washers on that bolt, which we showed you earlier, so it'll hold longer. That's an easy fix, as we discussed. Case could change that just a little bit, never have that problem. Just hope there won't be any replanting. Well, right now everything's going good, but you never know when you're going to get a big old flood and rain. Been very fortunate this year, a very blessed year for farmers in our area.
Wake up, old man. You gotta work this weekend. Got the 40-20 all set up. We got seed bean production beans in here that they released. They're dicambas. They're not gonna need them, so need commercial trucks to take it to market. So they're gonna go to CGB Mount Vernon. 4020 is gonna operate the auger. Well, that's it for this week. Been a great week. Done planting. Chances now I'd take a rain. Some of this black dirt back here, there's some spots that could use the rain. So maybe it'll rain. But it's been a great week. Done planting. Always a good feeling. Good jump on side dressing. So very happy. I don't think we've ever been done this early. Want your Ivers stuff? Go to ivers-farms.myshopify.com. Thanks for watching and see you next week.